Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, people? Back with a bang. Here I am to bring you guys another midweek recap. So in today's video, I want to recap a couple of the stocks that I've been trading this week, what we've been trading in Discord. I'd also like to talk about some predictions that I see for certain stocks over the next couple of weeks, and also what I plan to do in regards to investing and purchasing. And then I'm also going to touch on crypto as always. Now, before I do that, I'd just like to say, if you are around here for the first time, please do subscribe. And if you're not here for the first time, then drop a thumbs up. If you are here for the first time as well, drop a thumbs up as well, just because it does help. These videos do take a lot of time, so I would appreciate the support. Now, I'm going to pull up the SP 500, so SPY. I'm putting up the 4-hour chart so you can see it. All right, you see the market pushes up, pulls back, pushes up, pulls back, pushes up, pulls back, pushes up, and it's now pulling back. We hit all-time highs this week, just around 518, and now we're pulling on back. Today was a red day. We dropped almost $1, but if you see the 15-minute chart here, we pushed up to highs at the open, sold off, consolidated, pushed up again, and then sold off heavily before close. Now, the reason I'm pulling that up is because yesterday we had some important news. We had CPI data. CPI data actually came in worse than expected, but look what stocks did. Stocks still pumped up. So we're at this point where it seems like no matter what happens, unemployment can be relatively high. We've actually seen an increase in unemployment. We can see, PPI coming in worse than expected, CPI coming in worse than expected, inflation continuing to rise, interest rates not lowering, and stocks will still go up. We're at that point right now where stocks are just going to continue going up. One stock that isn't going up right now, which is the first one I'd really like to touch on, is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. So you may remember a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, where I made a video on Tesla. And in that video, what did I say? Even though Tesla's pushing up, it looks like it's pushing up to go lower. Now, if we just zoom out towards the earnings, we had earnings, we gapped down. We pushed up a few times, we pushed up eventually to go lower. So what I said is clearly panning out. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because sometimes you might have people who have a short-term view who think, okay, Tesla's moving up intraday. It doesn't look like it's going to go lower. Why would it go lower? There's always still room. Now, I have my trend line here, and I showed this in the Discord yesterday, today, and also Monday. This trend line, Tesla's clearly trading in this trend line and paying attention to the levels. So we're down another $10 today from 178 now to 168. Let me tell you this, if Tesla breaks this trend line, we're going to see 163. And if we see 163, we could end up seeing 155. I don't think we'll go any lower than that, but you have to have a plan. The reason I'm saying that is because two things. You can trade puts down to 163 and then 165 this week. 163 and then 155 this week. Or two, you can start buying shares, which is what I plan to do. So why do I plan to do this? Because a year from now, I see Tesla being back up near 300. Here, near that 311 level. That's why I see Tesla being back up within a year. And if you don't realize, that's almost a double up. That's almost a 2x. If Tesla drops to 155, then of course I'll be loading up my shares, because 155 to 311, that is over 100% returns. So like I said, if you want to get Tesla shares, you might be getting close to that time. I'm really excited for this because, like I said, Tesla's trading that trend line, and it is starting to move towards my price point for buying. I think the buying opportunities are going to be, they're already there, but they're going to even get better. And I think you shouldn't sleep on Tesla. If you want to get leaps because it's better for you, get leaps. You want to get 250 calls 6 months out, do that. But me, I'm starting to look towards buying shares. I think, with the fact that you've got Tesla's Cybertrucks coming out this year, and I'm talking about access for, us regular humans, not the Kim Kardashians and Justin Biebers and all those kind of things. I'm talking about the people who are like me and you watching this video, who have access to Cybertruck. I think once that happens, you're going to see the hype. So you're going to see people start flocking towards Tesla. When you see people that are looking for stocks which are not overbought, like an Nvidia or a Meta, then you're going to see people start flocking towards Tesla. But just remember, if you're seeing Tesla now, just remember this. Right now it's at 168. Let's come back in a year and see where it is. I guarantee you it's higher than 200. I'm pretty sure it'll be higher than 250. But we'll come back in a year and then we'll see, March 2025 where Tesla is. But we saw it, if you don't believe, it's fine. We saw it with Nvidia, we saw it with AMD, we saw it with Meta, we've seen it with many stocks. Just because they're somewhere right now doesn't mean that within the next year they can't push. Now, before I get onto the next stock, which is SoFi, I want to shout out Discord real quick, because this week you guys have been doing your thing. If I just see, what we've been doing over the last couple of days, I'm very impressed. We're seeing 80% returns, 100% returns, 70% returns, double ups, triple ups. We're seeing people eat on a lot of different stocks. So I did want to shout out the Discord, the Royal Trading Academy, all of you in there. I'm proud of what you guys are doing. Continue to eat, continue to show what you're capable of, and continue to make sure that, we all make money together. Now, like I said, I wanted to get in SoFi. SoFi. Another stock where I'm like, okay, what's going on here? We're pushed up a couple of times. We had a good earnings, but then it looks like we pushed up just to go lower. Now, I like this. Why? Because I'm not invested in this yet. I've been invested in it before, but right now, as of now, I have no position in SoFi. So, in my opinion, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. We see this level of support around $6.95, around $7. We could still fall towards that. You can see SoFi has been, it's been dropping off the last 2 weeks or so, and it's still trending below all the moving averages on the daily chart. If we pull up the 4-hour chart, it's still trending below the moving averages, get rejected by the moving averages and selling off. If you start to pull up the 15-minute, the hourly, you're going to see all similar stories. It's been very clearly bearish. But the good thing is, SoFi right now, in my opinion, is undervalued. You can see the RSI is pretty low. You can see that in comparison to where SoFi was just half a year ago, 7-8 months ago, we still have a potential for 60-70% returns. And if SoFi can make it back up to the levels it was at in 2022, then we're going to see a double up from here. So what's the plan with SoFi? Well, to be honest, I think it's fallen enough that I wouldn't look to take puts on it unless it was going to be a day trade. But I am getting to the point where when it finds support and starts to show signs of consolidation before it starts uptrending, I'll be looking at getting shares. If you're someone who's just starting out and you're just starting your portfolio, getting 50 shares of SoFi won't hurt you. That's $400. For someone like me, getting 200 to 300 shares of this is more like something I would recommend right now. Again, it's not financial advice, but something that I'm looking to do. 300 to 400 shares of SoFi at $7, I think that's a go. A couple thousand into SoFi, and you come back in 6 months, or after good earnings, if they give out more news in regards to what they're doing about tech, or even if it's just good banking news, you can see SoFi start moving in, up $2, $3, $4, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that within the next couple months. So SoFi, I'm definitely looking towards, getting some shares. If we can get some consolidation like we did here and start breaking out, or like here and start breaking out, then you're going to be looking at some pretty returns. So keep SoFi on your radar as well. Next up, I want to bring up a good friend of ours, ExxonMobil. So on Sunday, when I made my weekly watch list video, I pointed out on the daily chart that Exxon has a lot of room to run. Looking at it, it's hit 3 of my price targets in the last week, 2 price targets this week already. So he smashed past the 108.77 price target, and we're now on the way to the 110 price target, which I also set this week. So we wicked off the 110 level today, and we sold back off. But it's okay. It's signs that we're moving in the right direction, and I think that will be a retest. There's the 4-hour chart for you. If you look at the hourly chart, you'll see the same. Pushed up to 110, sold off. But it's looking good. We broke out my resistance, and we broke past my resistance lines, and now we're starting to uptrend. And when I say we're starting to uptrend, we're starting to do this at a steady pace, a nice consistent pace. We've been doing this the whole of March now, 10 days straight, from lows of 104, a $6 gain to 110. That's a pretty decent swing. So like I said, with a couple of other stocks, I like this one when it comes to call options. I like this when it comes to swinging it, and I think Exxon still has plenty of room to run. But we're almost at that 110 level again. We're going to test it, I believe, and then we're going to start pushing for that 113 level. So look at Exxon calls. Now, before I start to wind down, I wanted to show you guys HD. HD has been on a rampage as of late. That's the hourly chart. Let me get the daily chart for you guys. And you can see that over the last 2-3 months, we've been uptrending nicely. When we pull back, we make make higher lows, which is a good thing. Here you can see, we downtrended for about 5 days straight before the doji on the moving average and pushed up again. Now, when you look at these kind of charts, you do want to also just zoom out and just see how the weeks have gone. Weekly, looking very bullish. Even if you pull up the monthly chart, you see it's a little bit overextended, but hey, again, 4 months in a row it was green. Now we're into March, and so far it's red, but to be honest, not a lot is going to stop this stock right now. HD is another one where I think if you want to get some call options, that's one of the safe options. I'm just going to pull up Lowe's as well because it's in the same sector. Again, retail, home improvement, Lowe's, 4-hour chart, consolidated and start to break out. It still has room to run. If I had a price target for Lowe's, we back up at those December highs from December 2021. If you look at the weekly chart, that's about 259, 260. Pull up the daily chart for you. Same thing with Lowe's. Great pattern, as you can see. Really nice chart. 260, that's the price target again. We hit that in February 2022 as well. So yeah, those are the stocks I'm looking at. And lastly, I just wanted to touch on crypto because crypto is always interesting. Look, Bitcoin. We hit all-time highs this week. Proud of Bitcoin. Happy where how far we've come over the last month or so. From 42k all the way out to 73k now. It is actually incredible. We're actually living in historic times. Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high in March 2024. Ethereum back at 4,000. Ethereum on its way to all-time highs. Solana lagging behind, but hey, up 8% today. I'm pretty happy. A couple weeks back, I was telling you guys about buying Solana at 101, which is where I bought. And you probably thought, oh, well, Solana's already run. Solana's been talked about this and that. Well, guess what? Now we're at 163, up 8% on the day. And that's not even talking about the meme coins that are on Solana. Mong, as you guys in the Discord know, have been invested in. Today we got a very nice breakout, which is really good to see. And hey, there's a lot of different coins out there. ADA, you've got INJ, AXL, you've got Floki, EGLD, you've got MINA, you've got Bong, Dino, Pepe, Mong, as I mentioned already. You've got so many. EP as well. There are so many different cryptos you can invest in, and people are becoming millionaires of this. If you want a piece of the pie, start looking at cryptos. And if you don't know which cryptos to get, come to the Discord. Check out the Royal Trading Academy. In there, we talk about cryptos each and every day. We have a whole section just for that. Of course, as well as that, we have stocks. We talk about stock options, the different things we're investing in, with what we're buying and selling day to day, trading intraday. We talk about different strategies and all that kind of stuff, as well as a lot more. So check out the Royal Trading Academy. Then that second link in the description, I'm going to actually pin it as a comment today. The stock option starter pack. That is a 10 video guide. You'll have access to those for life. Trust me, the people that have used it and gone through that have enjoyed it. They've learned a lot and they're very grateful for it. So maybe you should do the same to help you when it comes to your trading. Now, last but not least, make sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment if you're new around here. And also make sure to share this with a friend, a family member, whoever. Just share the love, pass it on, and of course, try and pour into other people's cup. Now, make sure you guys follow @TheWealthPrince on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And make sure you guys are back here next time for another video. Again, shout out to Discord for the wins this week. But that's it from me. I got money to making, you got money to making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.